Now we're going to turn to a family sad battle. After their 12-year-old took her life, she was the victim of cyberbullying, and the parents now planning to sue the school for failing to take action after multiple complaints. Amy, you've got the story.
Yeah, this is such a tragic story, and one that has become, unfortunately, all too common in the age of social media and texting. And now a couple dealing with the greatest loss imaginable is now hoping others can learn from their daughter's passing. This morning, the parents of 12-year-old Mallory Grossman say they will sue her school after they say administrators ignored countless complaints over cyberbullying, which they say led to her suicide.
This small device can be a lethal weapon in the hands of the wrong child. And that's exactly what happened here. She was even told, "Why don't you kill yourself?"
Diane and Seth Grossman say their daughter was bullied relentlessly for months by fellow classmates on social media sites, in some instances on school property, and that Copeland Middle School did nothing to intervene.
Rockaway school system never filed the mandatory HIB reports, even though I countless emailed them and requested that a HIB report be written and filed. They never did.
Mallory took her own life in June, 9 months after the Grossmans say they first contacted the school pleading for help as their daughter began suffering.
In the civil realm, the individuals that harassed, stalked, bullied potentially have liability. Arguably their parents do in certain circumstances, and the school system could be held responsible as well.
According to the Cyberbullying Research Center, 34% of students surveyed report having been cyberbullied in their life, and adolescent girls are more likely to experience the abuse. Mallory's parents now hoping this tragedy will shed light on the growing issue.
We were in the process before all of this happened about taking her out of the school and putting her into private school, but unfortunately, she didn't give us the chance to.
Now, the Grossmans say they were in contact with their school once a month since their first complaint in October. Their lawyer says they may also potentially sue the families of the alleged bullies in this case. George?
Okay, Amy, thanks very much. Dan Abrams back for more on this right now. Amy said it, this is a growing problem. You're seeing more and more lawsuits like this.
Yeah, even in the last 18 months, we've seen a number of lawsuits in different jurisdictions suing schools and school districts over kids committing suicide. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible epidemic. And this kind of case certainly will raise awareness. The question becomes, can it move forward? Can they win? And the question is one of negligence. Was it reasonably foreseeable? One of the best facts that the parents have here is if they really were calling the school every month, and if they were really citing evidence every month, and if they were really submitting text every month, then it's hard for the school to say, we didn't know. The question still becomes, even if they knew there was bullying, would the suicide have been reasonably foreseeable? And that's where these cases get really tough.
And how about this possible suit against the families?
Well, you know, look, I think that that's actually a potentially easier lawsuit to win, because there you may be able to prove that a parent should have or did know what their kids were sending. And if a kid is sending, you should kill yourself, etc., that could be far more valuable as a legal tool than saying the school district should have known. But again, if they were telling the school district every month, that can be powerful. And a lot of these cases settle, keep in mind, because school districts want to make this go away. They want to end it. They say we've learned our lesson.
Man, it's so hard to contemplate a 12-year-old taking their own life.
Awful case.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much.